Football is a journey. Even now in my career, I'm not finished, but I've gone through a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and I look back on the lows now as well, and they still bring a smile to my face because they're all valuable lessons. Committing to AFL footy was one of the hardest lessons I've learned. Probably wasn't the toughest player when I first started. I was probably lacking in the resilience and the mental toughness area, and I wish I'd applied myself a lot more in my earlier stages. As I've gotten older, I've become more professional through trial and error, and I've made a lot of sacrifices. If you could give you an 18-year-old kid that advice straight up, and you won't waste a day.
And here they are breaking away out of the centre again, Shaun Burgoyne.
I've been super lucky to play in 6 grand finals. 2004 premiership with Port Adelaide, for me, was unbelievable. Got to play with my brother Peter, my childhood idol Gavin Wangani, and Byron Pickett. And Port Adelaide's first grand final ever was, something that remarkable.
History in the making today.
And then at Hawthorn, the three-peat.
Back to back to back.
They all mean something special. 13, 14 and 15.
The best team of the modern era. They've never been better than this.
I played in 2 losing ones, which were really, really hard and were low points. That 2007 grand final, losing by biggest ever margin against Geelong.
A dreadful day for a famous old club.
And then a grand final loss against Sydney was 2012 was a really low point.
Sydney are premiers.
I have my wife to lean on, and I have my kids there as well who are able to pull me out of dark times. As an athlete, preparation's super important. Our body is our vehicle. Once I had kids, it all changed. It was do the best I can, but your kids could be sick the night before a game. You may get no sleep. One of the kids might come jump in your bed. My kids might have a nightmare. Dealing with that and then not allowing that to affect your own preparation for the game takes a bit of getting used to as well. But if my kids are happy, then I become happy. The high point for me through all this probably was moving to Melbourne with my wife, with our 3-year-old son and a 6-month-old baby on the back of an injury, not knowing many people and deciding we're going to try something new and have a crack at living in Melbourne. We're in the industry of footy of being analysed and critiqued and scrutinised by everyone, and a lot of publicity about my trade. Did Hawthorn give away too much for me? Was I over the hill? Bad knee? I was on crutches. I heard the criticisms and I heard the negative feedback that was coming my way, and kind of in a small way lit a little fire in my belly to kind of use it as motivation as well.
Look at the class. He's all silk, Burgoyne. Brilliant goal, Shaun Burgoyne.
Thinking about being the record holder for the most Indigenous games is something that is actually special to me. I've amazed myself at times what I've been able to achieve in footy, because when I first started footy, I didn't think I'd be playing this long. I'll be 38 this year, and when I was coming through and I got a bit older, I looked at Brent Harvey from the Kangaroos and Dustin Fletcher, both played to 39-40, both played 400 games, and they gave me something to aspire to and achieve. And hopefully now, in some kind of way, players in the AFL, where the younger role will see me playing at this age, and they can say, well, if Shaun can do it, why can't I do it?
Look at that. That's silk. S-I-L-K.
My greatest achievement is just, my children. Being a father and a good father and a role model for your children is the number one thing that I could ever do. And it's probably the reason why I was put on earth, to be honest.
He's always had his family front and centre.
How people view me, I find sometimes hard to believe, and because I'm just Shaun Burgoyne, the boy from Port Lincoln. Yeah, it's good to have people also talk you up and say nice things about you, because it means you've had an effect and you're doing something right.